Traders, this is the beginning of my journey in $10,000 funded account that I want to grow to $100,000 accounts. I know that this is a new challenge for me and this is going to be a new experience. And I am ready to go on this journey with discipline and focus. Now, why did I get a $10,000 funded account? The reason why I got this account is because of my previous trade that I lost about $70 on a single trade. The reason why this actually happened is that I didn't even remember to document the trading process of this last trade. The reason to this loss is because that I was actually at work, and when I placed that trade, I knew that I was not settled. And even my trading bias, my trading strategy, I didn't build enough data before I actually entered that trade. And at a point in time, when I realized that I have placed that trade and I checked the chart, I see that I'm running in a big loss, whereby it was only $70 that remained in my personal account. And I just look at my leverage and I realized that I'm risking all my capital. And I was like, how did this happen? And I just checked my leverage. I see that I have over leveraged. And that is the reason why I actually have that loss. Now, on normal ground, I don't usually over leverage, because if you watch one of my previous videos in my live playlist where I document all my trading processes, both my win and losses, you will see that I don't over leverage. I usually risk about $15 to $20 on a single trade. But on this bad day, which was about 2 weeks ago that I have this loss of my total account, I just realized that, oh, how did this happen? And knowing as well that, okay, I already know the reason why I had that loss. Okay, I know that majority of traders that have been losing to the market, in fact, it's something that has actually happened to me when I was learning how to trade. Because back then, when I have a loss in the market, I will feel emotional, I will feel unhappy, I will not feel good. And but at this point in time, after I have learned discipline, how to control my emotion, my psychology, and all of that, when I had this $70 loss, I didn't even, actually I feel kind of, but I didn't feel angry about that money, because on that trading account, in fact, I started my live account with $35 and I have withdrawn over $100 on that trade. But the overall profit I have made on that account is more than $500. So on that account, I know that I have, I can say that I have about 40% win rate. And I just think that 40% win rate is a good rate to start as a Forex trader. So when I have that loss, when I had that $70 loss account, I simply didn't stress myself. Although it pains me a little bit, knowing that $70 is a lot of money in this Nigerian economy. But I just sit down and I think to myself that, okay, let me just assume that this is the beginning of me starting Forex trading all over again. And how do I want to start? Now, I usually preach something that if you don't learn to manage a small account, there is no way you can manage big accounts. And since I started my live account with $35, and I realized that my win rate is about 40% and above, I just decided that, okay, even if I want to start back now, I need to get access to a big capital. And I decided that let me just get a funded account. And I got a 5K account on Funded Next. And one of the accounts I have already traded is that I have about $40 profit on it, while the other one is still $5 funded account. So one thing is that I know that I'm building discipline this time around. This is not about money, this is about discipline. Okay, this is about discipline. I know that I'm building this discipline to manage big capital right now. And I'm just glad that I made this decision to myself. So right now, I am not focusing on low probability setup. I want to focus on high probability setup. Because if I want to grow this $10,000 account to $100,000 account, I know that it is a long journey. Now, I'm not looking for fast money. I'm not looking to make any. I'm not looking at forex trading as a get rich quick scheme. I want to trade these funded accounts with discipline, with transparency, with great focus, and I'm going to ensure that I'm not forcing any trade. So traders, on this playlist Friday, I'm going to be documenting my $10,000 funded account. I'm going to be documenting all my trading process on this playlist, and I believe that this is going to be a successful trade for me personally. So traders, if you are looking to learn how to trade professionally without depending on anybody's signal, without depending on indicators, without using support and resistance and all of that, you want to learn the mechanical way to trade professionally, this page is for you. And I just wish to meet you in a blink of an eye. So traders, stay true to yourself and join me on this journey, and let us experience how to trade professionally together. You are welcome.